Everyone's dream is to buy a house, to be their own owner.
Tamika's worked since she's 14. She's a certified nurse assistant, a single mother, and a supervisor for a medical billing company. Families that we deal with, the majority of the time, have been down in their luck. They've just maybe not quite had everything go right for them, or they have to work 2 or 3 times harder. And this is an opportunity for somebody to come in and say, we believe in you, hey, and we're behind you, and give them a chance to push a little, push their boundaries, and watch them grow.
I am a single parent, and I want to give the best to my kids. And this program was just like the answer to people that like me that's out there struggling, that is getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning and working a 9 to 5, that, giving them a chance to live out their dream. This whole organization have taught me, if you're willing to help yourself, we're willing to help you.
Since 1985, Knoxville Habitat for Humanity has been building homes for very low-income families. That's one build about every 10 minutes, and 1.5 million Habitat family members and millions of volunteers. Homes are sold at no profit with no interest, and mortgage payments finance other houses.
Bring me a purple rose.
Bring her purple rose. It's a love and action movement of people all around the globe.
I know the Lord wants me to buy my own home. For number one, I really do feel like that in my heart.
Like Tamika, Michelin is working hard to be a homeowner. She gets up every morning and drives a school bus, and then heads to her 3rd job as a guidance counselor for a local school.
Well, to me, it's like giving back to the community what God has blessed me to get, better housing. My daughter came home from school with this newsletter saying that they were going to be over at a school. I thought, well, I'm going to go because I heard so many things about it.
They sent me a letter and said that I qualified.
That's why, thank you, Lord.
Deborah and her husband Mark have enough sweat equity hours to own a home, but they've decided to wait and become neighbors to Tamika and Michelin.
You have to work for those houses. You have to do 500 hours of sweat equity, plus pay a closing fee, plus you have to pay your mortgage payments. And if you don't have a house.
Sweat equity is a part of the program, the Habitat program, and the idea behind that is that to have a down payment of any kind, generally in the traditional sense when you purchase a home, is money. The low-income population, families that we deal with, that's very hard for them. But what's not as hard is to come up with the time and the interest and the investment of themselves personally. They can earn sweat equity hours by attending weekly budgeting classes where they learn to keep track of their expenses and mortgage payments.
And it'll also show you what you spend per year. That's always an eye-opener.
As we all know, it costs money to live, but when you are on a very limited budget, that's something you've got to pay attention to, and you have to make choices.
My checking account balanced out, but my cash never did balance out until I started keeping it separate.
They can also earn more hours from construction classes that we offer on Saturdays or helping others build their Habitat homes.
If you're supposed to hold a hammer here, they would have made the handle this long.
It's very exciting because it's like you're actually learning how to put things together. I went on top of a roof and I thought, Lord, who would ever thought Michelin would have been on somebody's roof? But I learned a lot while I was up there.
I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be my house. I'm going to be the one out there helping build this house. And I'm going to say, this is mine. I helped build it. I'm proud of it.
We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved, just like a tree that's planted in the meadow. We shall not be moved. We shall not.
Some of them I consider my own sisters, my own flesh and blood.
It is a blessing. It's a blessing just to have an organization like Habitat.
And I've been working for a long time, and I've always prayed that this would take place. And I never gave up my prayer. I knew that it was coming. I knew that the Lord would see my vision.